Interior, train station, morning. Jack runs along the empty station concourse and stops at a transport pod. There's yellow under maintenance tape across the opening. He studies the nearby monomag timetable monitor.
Seriously? 10 minutes?
A scowling priest passes, holding up a Bible.
It'll be our downfall. Mark our words.
The priest splashes a pod of water from a tiny vial. Jack recoils. He jogs to the platform to wait, foot tapping. 15 metres along, the priest clutches a Bible to his chest. A small placard, the end is 9, leaning against his leg. Jack pulls his chin down in his coat.
Weirdo.
Jack's watch rings. He touches his ear.
Hey. Labour? Oh shit. I mean, that's great. 12 hours already? I was come drive you, but the pod's out. Taking the monomag to work instead. Okay, I'll call you back.
A smooth silver monorail train drifts into the station. Comes to a stop. Jack hops aboard. Interior, monomag. The carriage is empty except for Kesandu, who sits reading a copy of The Stand by Stephen King. Several bodies move around in the next carriage forward. Standing, Jack grabs one of the hanging loops. Kesandu looks up to his hand, raises an eyebrow, returns to her book. Jack double taps his ear.
Damn.
You won't get any.
Sorry?
Signal. Several tunnels.
Great. Just what I need.
Jack taps his foot loudly, looking up and down the train. After several seconds, with restraint, Kesandu sedately closes her book.
What's your problem?
Sisters in labour. Some complication?
Kesandu nods, stares at the black square window behind Jack. His foot taps faster. She frowns.
You look tense as hell. Nothing you can do. Relax. Take a breath.
So why are you here? The other stations can't be out?
No. Peace. Slow down. Best place to get away from the rush of the teleporters.
Kesandu stares out the window and there's a flash of daylight as the train passes between tunnels. She holds up her book.
15 minutes escape. My daily ritual. Space to recenter, refocus.
I wish I could afford the time.
Jack taps his ear twice.
You at the hospital? Why not? Oh, not the damn teleporter thing. There's nothing wrong with them. Call the ambulance and let them bring a pod. No, don't do that! She hung up. She fucking hung up on me.
Anger won't help. Why won't you teleport?
Born at home. Never used one in her life. Probably the only person left on Earth who hasn't been in one. I don't know why she's got a problem.
Perhaps it's best to find out. Convince her to do the right thing for the baby.
The train leaves the tunnel. A clean, white city glints on the horizon. Jack taps his ear.
Sorry, why won't you go? Yes, it breaks you down, but puts you back together so quick you don't even notice. Soul? Oh, don't be daft. What's that got to do with it? Please just call the ambulance.
The train enters another tunnel. Resigned, Jack hands pulled to his side.
Can convince her.
She's got this weird idea that if she's teleported, she won't have a soul anymore because it kills you. I've never heard such crap.
Technically accurate. But the soul. Everyone has a right to their opinion, no matter how odd.
But this opinion is putting both their lives at risk.
Jack stares along the carriage. There's a ripple of light from ahead. He looks side to side.
If she doesn't call them, they could die. If I call them, she'll hate me. I'll never see my nephew. Fuck it.
The train leaves the tunnel. Jack frantically taps his ear.
I need an ambulance for my sister. She's in labour and needs the hospital. I'll transmit details.
Jack cups a hand over his ear.
They can be there in 2 minutes.
They'll convince her to go.
It's an emergency. They'll teleport her immediately.
Jack uncovers his ear.
Thank you. Call me when she arrives, please.
Jack's shoulders sag.
I'm sure she'll forgive you in time.
Kesandu resumes reading. The train crosses 2 more tunnels. Before it enters a third, Jack's phone rings. He taps his ear.
Hello? Oh, that's wonderful news. How is she? She's arrived. Angry, but they're both doing fine.
Kesandu reaches out, touches his hand.
He'll be okay. You'll see.
A metallic screech comes from the front of the train. Daylight floods the carriage as it exits a tunnel. Screams from the next carriage. Outside, above the shining city, the sky turns red. Pillars of flame streak across the sky. The priest forces the carriage door and staggers in, clutching his Bible, head bloody from an impact. He gestures at the scene of Armageddon as buildings are hit by fireballs.
It's Judgment Day! Judgment Day is upon us!
Kesandu glances at her book, the stand, at Jack, then at the priest.
What?
Judgment Day! The end times! Can't you see? I knew this day would never come. Ever since the world invented those infernal teleporters.
Jack and Kesandu look at one another, mouths open.
Can't you see? The last person with their soul intact has died.
Cut to black. End.